Okay, today we're going to pay a little tribute to the great Sufi mystic Jalaluddin Rumi, who is very, very highly revered in the Sufi tradition. In fact, he is the highest revered Sufi mystic in the Sufi tradition. Beautiful, beautiful poetry, and I'm going to relate it to the struggle of a wanderer, also known as a starseed, coming down to third density. And you could certainly see this in Rumi's poetry. I mean, he is a wanderer himself. So let me read along. In the orchard and rose garden, I long to see your face. In the taste of sweetness, I long to kiss your lips. In the shadows of passion, I long for your love. O supreme lover, let me leave aside my worries. The flowers are blooming with the exaltation of your spirit. By Allah, I long to escape the prison of my ego and lose myself in the mountains and the desert. These sad and lonely people tire me. I long to revel in the drunken frenzy of your love and feel the strength of Rustum in my hands. I'm sick of mortal kings. I long to see your light with lamps in hand. The sheiks and mullahs roam the dark alleys of these towns, not finding what they seek. You are the essence of the essence, the intoxication of love. I long to sing your praises, but stand mute with the agony of wishing in my heart. So you could see a lot of longing in this particular poem to a place in which Rumi feels he resonates with, he can relate to. And my own speculation is that Rumi was fourth density, a high fourth density, maybe fifth density, but certainly uh, he was a messenger of love, the heart chakra, the heart chakra. And you could see it in his words, you know, in relationship to the struggle of the wanderer in third density. These sad and lonely people tire me. I long to revel in the drunken frenzy of your love and feel the strength of Rustum in my hands. Ain't that the struggle of a wanderer? Ain't that the struggle of a starseed? You know, feeling like you're a stranger in strange lands, like you don't belong here, and you can't really fit into society, you can't relate to people. Well, you could see this all over Rumi's poetry, and you could see his longing for a place of love, of unconditional love, of unconditional beauty and beauty. Really, he's always describing beauty in his poetry. All things related with the source itself, but also with the higher densities, with the fourth and the fifth and the sixth densities, and the places in which wanderers, also known as starseeds, come from. These really perfect, beautiful, magnificent, wonderful places. And so coming down here, for all of us come down here for a mission, for a purpose, and we feel in the process of carrying out the mission, a lot of us, most of us, maybe all of us, at some point or other in carrying out the mission, we feel like we don't belong here. We're strange people, strange person in a strange land, strangers. You know, if you're a 3D Earth native soul, you feel like you belong here. Like you see things, they don't seem absurd to you. You know? Whereas if you're a wanderer and you come from these higher places that are full of wisdom and love and beauty and unconditional acceptance, and you come here to this place where, you know, people kill one another and they abuse the animals and they abuse the plants, they abuse themselves, they abuse their house that they're being housed on, the planet that they're being housed on, and then you're like, oh man, like, you know, and you're like, these sad and lonely people tire me. right? Like Rumi is saying, these sad and lonely people tire me. Uh, Rumi, again, my speculation, wonderful mystic. I love Rumi. I really really highly resonate with Rumi, and with Sufis, perhaps because I grew up in a Muslim country, and I grew up in a Muslim environment. Though I'm no longer a Muslim, certainly I resonate highly with the Sufi tradition. And my speculation is that he was a late fourth density being moving into fifth density, because he also demonstrated wisdom in his writings and poetry, though he was certainly dwelling in the heart chakra. So much like Jesus was a late fourth density, almost fifth density, graduate. He was basically a fourth density graduate, just fresh, just needed to do a mission here, an assignment here. Certainly, Rumi was, in my speculation, definitely a wanderer, without a doubt, without a starseed, without a doubt, a starseed, a wanderer, somebody who came here to spread the message of love through his poetry. But also my speculation is that he is also a late fourth density, or maybe on a last assignment or a few assignments moving into fifth density as well. So a fresh fourth density graduate who came here to spread the love vibration through his poetry, which is, just so wonderful. And you may mistake it, people, a lot of times people will mistake his poetry for romanticism, which is really funny, because it's, to him, the beloved is the infinite creator. So I long to see your face in the taste of sweetness. I long to kiss your lips in the shadows of passion. I long for your love, O supreme lover. Let me leave aside my worries. The flowers are blooming with the exaltation of your spirit. Rumi saw everything in the beloved, in the infinite creator. He saw the infinite creator as feminine, so then he would speak to the infinite creator in the feminine. I long to see your face in the taste of sweetness. I long to kiss your lips. He saw the masculine in the beloved, so sometimes he would refer to the beloved in masculine form as a he. And he saw in nature, he saw the beloved, which is why, oh supreme lover, let me leave aside my worries. The flowers are blooming with the exaltation of your spirit. He saw he saw the infinite creator, the love in nature. I long to escape the prison of my ego and lose myself in the mountains and the desert. These sad and lonely people tire me. If you're a wanderer, you really dig this stuff because it relates to you on so many levels, right? You really dig it. I'm sick of mortal kings. I long to see your light with lamps in hand. The sheiks and mullahs roam the dark alleys of these towns, not finding what they seek. You are the essence of the essence, the intoxication of love. I long to sing your praises, but stand mute with the agony of wishing in my heart. You know that sense of agony? Like, I just want to go back home. Go on any video, like they're talking about the Wanderers, the Law of One, Starseeds, and read the comments. Like any video with a lot of views, it's all like, man, I just want to go back home. I'm tired. I'm tired of being here. I don't want to be here. You could definitely relate to it. You could see it in Rumi's poetry. Certainly, definitely a wanderer, without a doubt, without a shred of a doubt, a wanderer. And yeah, that's the wanderer's struggle, the starseed struggle. Is at the end of the day, we are here on a mission, so we must carry our mission and smarten up and do it joyfully. Which is totally possible. Don't mistake in the longing in Rumi's heart for despair, because he did do it joyfully. you know you see it all over his poetry. He clearly lived a very joyful life, despite this longing, but he still felt the essence of the beloved, the essence of the infinite creator, of the love light in his heart, and he emanated it with joy, with also expressions of his longing for the source. Because really, You may say, well, I'm from the star system Sirius or Pleiades or Arcturus or whatever, and certainly that is your soul's home base. So you miss that. I miss that. I miss my home base. But beyond that, even your ultimate home base is the source itself, the pure light, the infinite void. And so our soul home base, like our star systems as wanderers and star seeds, are very aligned with the source vibration and frequency. So we do miss it. We miss our friends back home, our homies, and because that also brings us closer to the home of all, the ultimate source, the pure void, the pure light, so it's we certainly miss it. We are also here on a mission. We agreed to come here to do something or other. To Rumi agreed to come here and spread his poetry, and you can only write stuff like that from a place of deep appreciation and joy, you see. So I always emphasize, we're not here to be blissful per se, although we can be blissful, and we can find our bliss in service by serving, by locating our mission and aligning with it. And in that alignment, we begin to feel, even though this planet is certainly nowhere near the high vibrations of fourth, fifth, and sixth density, but we can begin to feel these vibrations and bring them here, because ultimately we're here to bring these vibrations here, to create heaven on earth. And we can certainly embody fourth, fifth, and sixth density vibrations on this planet. We have to do a lot of work on ourselves, a lot of meditation, and be in alignment with our mission. And then we can begin to start to embody these higher vibrations that we come from, source energy in those places that are already vibrating in fourth, fifth, and sixth density. We can begin to bring it back here, down here, to accomplish, to create the heaven on earth, and then leave, go back home, go back to our source, our soul's source, our soul's home base in the cosmos, and continue to do our work until we fully go back to the source, fully, seventh and eighth density. You see? So yeah, Jalaluddin Rumi. Go on YouTube and look up The Gift of Love. It's a 43-minute compilation. I think was put together by Deepak Chopra. Really, really beautiful. It brings tears to my eyes. I only listen to it. If I'm gonna listen to it, I don't just have it in the background. I sit down and I just listen to it, nothing else. And it brings me to tears often, because I do feel like, man, this place of love. Like, I remember the phase where I was like really dropping a lot of mushrooms and acid, and I was so full of this love that I would often go to people and just hug them or say something that is really loving, and they wouldn't be able to comprehend it. They wouldn't be able to comprehend it. They would like some of them would really appreciate it, but always almost the reaction was mixed shock with appreciation, or shock with, why are you so happy and full of joy and love and da 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 da, right? So, but it was always shock, right? Of course, with wisdom, I learned to just keep it to myself, and because a lot of people are not ready to receive just pure love like that, or pure joy. This is something we're certainly used to back home, in our home as wanderers, as starseeds. It's just pure joy, pure love, unconditional, for no reason. But then the more I was doing that here on this earth realm with the 3D folks, the more I started to realize, okay, wait, wisdom here, light. All right, these people are not ready for that. These sad and lonely people tire me, right? Let's read it again. They're not ready for it yet. And I learned to only be like that around. This is why I hang out mostly in solitude, because I can be that pure joy and pure unconditional love just in my own presence, and in the presence of nature, Gaia, because Gaia herself now is in 4D, so she understands this. But I have some people where I can be like that around, far and few in between. Like, see what he says. These sad and lonely people tire me. I long to revel in the drunken frenzy of your love, and feel the strength of Rassam in my hands. When I was experimenting a lot with mushrooms, I was like literally in that drunken frenzy of your love. And so again, I would go and give it to the people around me, and some appreciated it, and some were like almost get away from me, like this is too much. But always the reaction of shock. Always there, whether it's appreciation or get away from me, it was always shock. 3D souls are not used to this. If you've been incarnating on this planet for so long and your soul is still vibrating in third density, you're not used to this stuff. So then Rumi came to that realization also clearly. These sad and lonely people tire me. I long to revel in the drunken frenzy of your love and feel the strength of Rassam on my hands. We come from these places. Oh, so much. I'm gonna make more videos on this because there's a lot of poems here that I want to read. There's another one here that I want to read, but I don't have it in front of me, so I'll just make another one later. Yeah, check out some of his poetry. Go on YouTube, The Gift of Love, 43-minute bit. Listen to it, really beautiful. And allow yourself these feelings of longing for what it is back home, that unconditional love and peace, and having all these homies around you showering you with love, and it's beautiful and it's lovely. But don't forget to carry out your mission, because unless we carry out our mission, because we signed the contract, so you sign a contract, you want to see it through. So, but frankly, a lot of us want to get back home now. I certainly know this is my final one here. I know this is my final one. It is my final one, actually. I already made the decision on a soul level. But this is why I'm pursuing the Breatharian path. I'll hang out here for a couple of 100 years, maybe 300 years. See through the transition. Fully finish my mission. Accomplish what I came here to accomplish. Do it with joy, with compassion, with wisdom. And create heaven on earth. Finish up any karma that I have here that's still keeping me in the earth plane, and then go back home. So the mission at the end of the day. Okay, God bless you guys. I appreciate all the Patreons for your support, and I love you guys. And if you want to support this community, if you want to support us, we have a link in the description. You could click on it, support, $2 a month. It's all for the community at this point, because this is a community. Instagram, Saeed Mobayed, and until next time, may the force be with you.